Full Metal Jacket gets a 4K release, Criterion unveils their new December slate, and this next one might not be everybody's tempo as Whiplash hits stores on 4K. All this and more in the next Physical Media Report. Stay tuned. What is up, everybody, and welcome back to Mid-Level Media for episode 23 of the Physical Media Report. I am so excited to be here, as I am every single Monday, to break down all the latest and greatest in the world of physical media, letting you all know what new 4K and Blu-rays that you should be looking forward to this Tuesday, letting you all in on the new announcements of new Blu-rays and 4Ks, also giving you all the top 5 Blu-rays and 4Ks for the past week as far as sales, and also giving you all some deals as well. We do a lot of physical media-based content on this show, and I'm so happy that you guys could join me here today to talk about the thing that we all love, physical media. So let's go ahead and get into it, guys. But before I do, I'm going to ask, if you haven't yet subscribed to the Mid-Level Media channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me right now. Become a subscriber of the Mid-Level Media channel. I do all kinds of great physical media-based content on this channel, like this show every Monday. I do Blu-ray hunts, I do unboxing videos, I do reviews, all kinds of great content on this channel, and I really love it if you would consider hitting that subscribe button and joining me back here every time new videos drop, hitting the notification bell, all that great stuff. Also, if you could be so kind, just drop me a like right down there. Help this video out in the YouTube algorithms, help more eyes see it. I would really appreciate it. And also leave me a comment down below, anything that you're excited about this week as far as new Blu-rays and 4Ks, or in the months to come, as we're going to get into some stuff that's as far out as 3 months here in a second. But really appreciate it if you guys could comment down below. Let me know what you're excited about. So without further ado, guys, let's get into things, because we got a lot of stuff to announce this week as far as new breaking news that came out. So The Office has been announced for Blu-ray, and I didn't realize this, but up until now, I guess it has only been on DVD as far as the box set. All 9 seasons are going to be on Blu-ray on November the 1st. This was announced over the weekend, I think. So everybody that is concerned about it leaving Netflix, just buy this physical copy. I think for about $100 is what this is. And you'll never have to worry about The Office being on what streaming service and what has the rights to it. You'll never have to worry about that again. Just buy it on Blu-ray, guys. Am I going to buy it on Blu-ray? I love The Office. I don't think I am going to spend the $100, but if it goes down to like 60 or 70 in a year or two, I might consider doing it. But The Office will be available on Blu-ray in its entirety, all 9 seasons, on November the 1st, so you can start getting excited for that. Alright guys, next up we have Popeye, the 40th anniversary, being released by Paramount on December the 1st. Now this is a 40th anniversary edition, so I'm not sure if it's going to be just like the regular Paramount titles, or if it's going to have like a special slipcover, special features, all that kind of stuff. But the cover looks awesome. Robin Williams, Shelley Duvall, classic film from 1980. So I'm definitely looking forward to that coming out and maybe revisiting that when it does. Next up, guys, Criterion announced their new December slate this past week. So every time Criterion, Arrow, Scream Factory announces their new slate, you know we cover it right here. So let's get into these movies, guys. We got Crash, which I was confused. I almost thought this was the 2006 Best Picture winning Crash movie when I first saw it. But no, this is the David Cronenberg movie from, I believe, the 80s. And that's coming out on December the 1st. Now, I've not seen this movie, but the synopsis sounds completely nuts. But this movie has an excellent cast. James Spader, Holly Hunter, lots of amazing people in this film. So I'm definitely going to need to check that out. And I know a lot of people were excited for it when it was announced this past week. So Crash, that's the big one coming out on December the 1st. We also have Mushi Eddie coming out on December the 8th. Amores Perros, which was directed by Alejandro Inarritu, which is the director of Birdman and The Revenant. That's coming out on December the 15th, so I imagine that's one of his earlier films that's going to be released. And we also have a title that I'm going to have a lot of trouble pronouncing right now. Symbio Psychotaxiplasm is being released on December the 8th. Crazy title, but that's what Criterion does, guys. They release all these obscure, older, classic titles, foreign film titles from movies that came out in like the 90s and 2000s that nobody's ever heard of, and they bring that to light, and that's why I love them. That's why I love a lot of these boutique distributors, because they're really just doing excellent work and revitalizing these older films that nobody has heard of, nobody realized existed. and kind of bring them to light. So some really cool titles that were announced from Criterion that's going to be due out in December that you guys should definitely keep an eye on. So let's get into the next one, guys, because Indicator is somebody that I haven't really discussed a lot on here. It's a British Blu-ray distributor. So Indicator has announced their December titles, all coming out on December the 14th. First up on the Indicator list, we have Road Games, which MVD, I believe, just did one for Road Games, so I actually have it. I haven't checked it out yet, but that's a movie with Jamie Lee Curtis in it, probably right after the Halloween era. So that's a really cool looking cover on that one right there, and I'm going to post all the images up top. A Soldier's Story, which has Denzel Washington in it, is coming out on December the 14th. Haven't heard of this film before, but Denzel Washington, prominent actor. Another film that has Denzel in it is Devil in a Blue Dress, and that is being released on December 14th as well. Have not heard of this film before, but both of these films, Denzel Washington in the starring role, so might have to check these out. Buffalo Bill and the Indians, which is a Robert Altman film, is being released on December 14th as well. So all four of these films being released on the same date from Indicator. And since, you know, Indicator is somebody I don't usually highlight a lot, so I wanted to kind of, I know a lot of people were getting excited for these this week on the Instagram, so I thought I would bring these to light and just kind of showcase these up top. Another company that we do talk about quite frequently is Warner Archive. They've got two releases that are coming out in October. Sunrise at Camp Obello is coming out on October the 20th, and Waterloo Bridge has been announced for October 27th. So two new titles coming from Warner Archive in October that you should be getting excited about as well. RLJE, which does a lot of cross work with Shudder, and bringing their original movies to Blu-ray. They've got two releases coming out that were announced this past week as well. The Owners, which stars Maisie Williams of New Mutants and Game of Thrones fame. That's coming out on October the 20th. Haven't heard much about that film at all, but may be interested in checking that one out at some point. Metamorphosis, which looks to be a South Korean horror film, comes out on November the 10th, both from RLJE. We also have Akira, the 4K Blu-ray, announced for December 22nd, being released by Funimation. Another one that I don't usually talk about a lot is Funimation. But Akira is a classic anime from 1988 that a lot of people love. PS5 was detailed this week with 4K capabilities for $500. So they did announce the digital version of that and the physical version of that. Now, I don't usually discuss like gaming consoles and stuff on this channel or on this show, but since this is going to be kind of significant because this is the first time that PlayStation is getting into 4K, I thought it was worth discussing on the show. So that's available for $500 for the 4K version of the PS5. All right, guys, so let's get into some deals. So as you know, I'm going to do my spiel. Here at the Mid-Level Media channel, we believe in helping you guys out, helping you save a buck. You know, times are tough. We know you guys are collectors. You want to boost up your collection, but you don't have the cash always to spend the hundreds of dollars a week on all of these new releases and stuff. So why not hold back, wait a little bit, wait till these things drop in price a little bit. And I'm here today to shed some light on some of those releases that have dropped in price. So let's go ahead and go over them, guys, because that Columbia Classic set, which is an excellent set I got during the summertime, 6 films on that one: A League of Their Own, Gandhi, Lawrence of Arabia, Mr. Smith Goes to Washington, Jerry Maguire, so many classic films on that set, and this is going for $101.63 right now, and I know it was sold out for quite a long time. It might be sold out again soon if this deal keeps up, because that's a great deal for 6 4Ks of classic movies. You also have Dr. Strangelove, the Stanley Kubrick classic, in there as well. So some great releases in that set that I would absolutely jump on this deal. It is an amazing set. The packaging alone is worth it, because every single one of these is in their own individual case, in their own individual slipcover. It's amazing packaging. If you haven't checked out my unboxing of that set, I might just link this at the end of the video so you guys can go back and check it out and maybe go and pick this up, because it's an amazing set for sure. Next up, guys, Little Monsters and Shivers are both $10, and those were just released last week from Vestron. They have already dropped down to $10. So for these like premiere releases from Vestron with all these special features and special packaging and all that, $10, like, that is an incredible deal. And they're both available right now at Walmart too, if you have a Walmart in your area, for $12.99. So either way, both amazing deals, but I just thought I would let you guys know that they're both available for $10 as well. American Psycho, the 4K, is $14.99 currently. Judy on Blu-ray is $9.99, which is a film that came out earlier this year, already slashed 50% off for $9.99. Peanut Butter Falcon is available right now for $9.99. 13 Hours, which is a pretty decent Michael Bay film that just came out, I think, in 2016, starring John Krasinski, is $4.99 right now. Ghost in the Shell Blu-ray with Scarlett Johansson is $4.99 right now. The Saw Complete 8-film collection is $12.49 right now on Blu-ray. All 8 Saw films for $12.49. That's an amazing deal if you're a Saw fan. Expendables, the 3-film collection for $5.99 on Blu-ray. If you want all 3 of those films, that's probably your best option. 3 Blu-ray films for $6, and it's an incredible deal. Call Me By Your Name is $8.58 right now, one of the Oscar-nominated films from a couple years ago. Wolf of Wall Street right now, another Oscar-nominated film directed by Martin Scorsese, is available for $4.99 as well. That's an amazing deal. And I know right now Criterion is running a sale on that big Godzilla set for 50% off, so definitely jump on that as well. With that, guys, let's go ahead and get into the top 5 Blu-rays and the top 5 4Ks for this past week. Lots of interesting developments right now, guys, because like we've been discussing, the past month has been booming for physical media. All of these new releases coming out every single week, tons of new releases. So we're finally seeing that take shape in this top 5. It's not the same old Trolls and Scooby-Doo for like a month that we had about a month ago to talk about. We actually have some significant movement, some things selling, doing really well. So let's talk about them here. And this is for September the 5th through the 12th, which does include pre-orders, which we'll get into in a second. Number 1 is Superman Man of Tomorrow. Number 2 is Ghost in the Shell, and these are Blu-rays. Number 3, and this is interesting, is that Rob Zombie Target 3-pack, the Steelbook, is number 3 on the Blu-ray. So that means that Steelbook sold really well. And if, you know, I mean, I couldn't catch an image of it in stores when I was out on my Blu-ray hunt. So I guess that's why that thing sold like hotcakes. So good for Rob Zombie and his 3-pack collection. A lot of fans of those films. Number 4 was Beetlejuice on Blu-ray. I guess people buying it in anticipation for the 4K. Number 5 is The True History of the Kelly Gang, which came out, I think, a couple of weeks ago. It wasn't last week. It was the week before. But yeah, that's interesting that movie creeped into the top 5 because it was kind of off the radar, I think. But it has a lot of stars in it, so maybe that helped it out. Top 5 4Ks, guys. Let's go into it. That anime of Ghost in the Shell that came out last week, or 2 weeks ago, maybe. I think it was 2 weeks ago. Number 2 was The Incredible Hulk on 4K. Number 3 was The Invisible Man on 4K. So I imagine those were both those Steelbooks at Best Buy. Number 4 was Hocus Pocus, and number 5 was Beetlejuice. So Hocus Pocus was not yet released in stores. So the fact that it made number 4 just concludes that pre-orders are included, and they definitely, Hocus Pocus, a lot of people were pre-ordering that 4K before it came out. Probably that Steelbook at Best Buy is what really put it over the top, because I don't know what it is with Hocus Pocus and the Steelbooks, man, but you cannot get your hands on those things. Same with that Blu-ray that came out a couple of years ago. Same thing with the 4K. Like, you have to pre-order that months in advance, like I'm sure a lot of people did to get it. Like, Hocus Pocus is a big movie for a lot of people, so yeah. But let's go ahead, guys, and get into what is new this week, because there's a ton of stuff coming out, including some Paramount releases that I'm going to get into later. That's just unprecedented. I've never seen a studio put out this many new Blu-ray re-releases in 1 week before, but we're going to get into that in a second, guys, because the first thing we're going to discuss is my favorite film of the past decade, Whiplash, directed by Damien Chazelle, starring J.K. Simmons and Miles Teller, is coming to 4K for $19.99 this Tuesday. We also get a Whiplash 4K Best Buy exclusive Steelbook, which I'm hoping to get my hands on tomorrow. Yes, I am going to be doing my Blu-ray hunting video tomorrow, not Wednesday, because I need to get out in the stores and hopefully catch this Best Buy exclusive Steelbook of Whiplash before it runs out. Not that I think a lot of people are going to be grabbing this one right away, because it's not like that big of a movie. But I need this Steelbook. I need it because I have the other Steelbook and love it. I want the 4K Steelbook because it's an amazing cover. This is available for $27.99 for that Best Buy exclusive Steelbook. So not a bad deal for the 4K. The Steelbook, a little pricey, but it'll be worth it for me for sure, because that is my favorite movie of the past decade. Well, let's move on to the next big release, guys, and one that might sell out even more than Whiplash because it's a more well-known movie, but directed by Stanley Kubrick, Full Metal Jacket comes to 4K. Now, this is the next Stanley Kubrick movie in a long line of Kubrick favorites that are coming to 4K recently. You know, we've had The Shining, we've had 2001, all come to 4K, so amazing restorations. I'm sure Full Metal Jacket will be the same. So this is available for $24.99, so a little steeper on this regular 4K for Full Metal Jacket than Whiplash, but we also have the Full Metal Jacket 4K Best Buy exclusive Steelbook for $29.99. So that's not much more expensive than the Whiplash 4K Steelbook, but $30 for a new Steelbook. That Steelbook, to be honest, if I wasn't grabbing that 4K Steelbook of Whiplash, I might grab this one too, but I just cannot afford two 4K Steelbooks in the budget this week, but it's an amazing Steelbook, blue with the classic image of the film on it, so it looks amazing. We also have the Stanley Kubrick 3-film 4K collection. So they're putting all of those Warner Brothers 4K restorations of the classic Stanley Kubrick films together in one pack. You got your Full Metal Jacket, you got The Shining, and you got 2001 all in one pack, which I believe is going for $40. So all of those films together in one pack for $40 is definitely worth it if you haven't bought any of them. Now, I already have 2001 and I already have The Shining, so wouldn't be worth it to me. But if you don't own those already, it would definitely be worth it to pick up that 3-film 4K collection. Next up, guys, we have a Shout Factory exclusive, the Vincent Price 6-film collection, including The Fall of the House of Usher, The Pit and the Pendulum, The Haunted Palace, The Mask of the Red Death, Witchfinder General, and The Abominable Dr. Phibbs. So those are 6 Vincent Price Blu-rays that are going to be available in one collection for I think around $48.96 or something like that. Going to be available from Shout Factory. Now, they've done these Vincent Price collections before. Now, this is from 1960 to 1971, so I think the other ones were for his earlier films. It's not really detailing that this is like a Volume 2, Volume 3 kind of situation, but it's just saying the Vincent Price 6-film collection. So if you've missed out on some of those other Vincent Price collections, because I hear that they're kind of hard to find right now, you might want to go ahead and order this one so you can jump on top of it before it sells out, because these sets seem to go pretty quick. Next up, guys, we have the Rick and Morty Season 4 Blu-ray coming out this week. We also have The Wind Rises, which is a Studio Ghibli film being released by Shout Factory, and a standalone Vincent Price movie, The Mask of the Red Death, is being released by Shout Factory as well. We also have some Sony Blu-rays to discuss. We have I Love You to Death, Bitter Tea of General Yen, and The Passenger, all hitting Blu-ray, being released from Sony Pictures this week. From Criterion, we have Stopped at Ebola, which was releasing this week. That's the only Criterion coming out this week. We also have Legends of Tomorrow Season 5 hitting Blu-ray tomorrow, as well as the Rob Zombie 3-film Blu-ray set. So in addition to that Steelbook that was released a couple of weeks ago, they are re-releasing all of them on this just a regular Blu-ray pack for I think it's going for like $11.99. So pretty good price for all 3 of those films. If you didn't get to catch the Steelbook that came out a couple of weeks ago, because I think that was like $25, and you want to maybe just grab all the zombie films anyway, this set is probably a winner for you. We also have all 3 films from the Mimic series, which I didn't even know there were 3 Mimic films. I only know of the Guillermo del Toro movie with Mira Suvari that came out, but that's being released by Paramount this Tuesday as well. Baby Teeth, which is an indie film that came out this year starring one of the girls that was in Little Women. I did watch this movie. It was okay. It didn't hit me as emotional as I think the filmmakers intended it to, but it was a sad movie about a girl that contracts cancer. And that's going to be available this week from IFC Pictures. So if you're interested in that movie, look it up, check it out. Kino Lorber is coming out with 3 titles this week: Lord, Love a Duck, The Art of Love, and Never Steal Anything Small. So all 3 classic films being released by Kino Lorber. Kino Lorber does such excellent work when it comes to these re-releases. So let's go ahead and get to the main event of this week, guys, because Paramount is re-releasing 38, is what I counted, of their movies on Blu-ray. And not all of these are ones that haven't had Blu-rays before. Some of them might be, but a lot of them I think are just re-releases, getting them back out into circulation. So let's go ahead and get into these, because some of them are including films like Jackie Brown, which up until recently has been going for like $60, $70 on eBay because the price has been jacked up because I think it's been in demand. So yeah, that's getting a re-release from Paramount, Jackie Brown, that classic Quentin Tarantino film. But yeah, let's go ahead and go down the list, guys, get into these. I'm not going to post images up for every single one, but the prominent ones I will. But we're going to go ahead and get into them because the first one is The Faculty, the Robert Rodriguez film, released in 1998. This is one of my all-time favorite horror films that kind of followed in the steps of Scream as far as that Miramax slasher genre, 90s style back in the day that Scream started. The Faculty is an excellent sci-fi horror film that I definitely recommend you guys check out. From Dusk Till Dawn, another excellent horror film directed by Robert Rodriguez. It's more like a thriller horror film with George Clooney. Quentin Tarantino stars in it. He also writes it. That's a great vampire film. You know, Scream, the 3-movie collection, is being released this week as well. I'm a little disappointed they didn't include Scream 4 in here because they absolutely should have if this is a re-release. But yeah, Jackie Brown, like I said, we got Serendipity with John Cusack coming out. The Crow, which is a classic film, is being re-released. Chasing Amy, Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back, Clerks, in a 3-film pack. So there's a lot of 3-4 film packs that are being released by Miramax as well. Sin City is coming out this week. The Kill Bill Volume 1 and 2 in a double pack together. Pulp Fiction, Gangs of New York, The Others, the Prophecy, 5-film set. So all 5 Prophecy films with Christopher Walken are being released. Hero with Jet Li. She's All That, the classic 90s rom-com. No Country for Old Men. 3-film Spy Kids collection. 4-film Hellraiser collection. Copland, Good Will Hunting, Adventureland. A 3-film Halloween collection with Halloween H2O, Halloween Curse of Michael Myers, and Halloween Resurrection. Arguably the 3 worst Halloween films outside of the Rob Zombie one. Kill Bill Volume 2, Kill Bill Volume 1 getting standalone releases. 2 Dracula films, the Dracula 2000 and Dracula 2 that were both released in the 2000s. Don't Be a Menace to South Central Society While Drinking Your Juice in the Hood. Ella Enchanted. Brothers Grimm Swingers, a 4-film Children of the Corns collection. Bad Santa, Shark Boy and Lava Girl. Chicago. Finding Neverland, Extract and Switch in a 2-film collection. Bridget Jones' Diary, Shall We Dance. Yeah, so I think I ran down all 38 of them. So many Blu-rays coming out this week from them. So if you want the full list, go to Blu-ray.com and check them all out. But yeah, that was the full rundown. Like I said, I only posted up a few images because I can't crop out all these images and put them up as fast as I ran through them. So I just went ahead and wanted to run down those new releases from Paramount this week for you guys. But yeah, tons of stuff coming out this week, guys, in stores. So definitely tons of stuff to get excited about and to pick up this week if you're a big Blu-ray 4K collector, which I imagine if you're checking out this video, you probably are. So let's go ahead and get into what I picked up this week because I grabbed quite a few titles this week to go over for you guys. And the first 2 I'm gonna show off to you guys is these 2 Vestron Collector Series sets of Little Monsters and the Shivers. Both came out this past Tuesday. I was a little late getting the Shivers release, but I want to do an unboxing video on my channel, both of these. Hopefully sometime within the next couple of days, I'm going to put that out for you guys as well. These 3 right here I'm going to go over. I actually did a video this past Thursday, my entire Mill Creek collection. Now these 3 films were sent to me by Mill Creek. The King and I, Snow White, and Battlefield Earth were all sent to me this week by Mill Creek, which I did that whole entire collection video this past Thursday. So if you haven't checked that out, I'll leave the link at the end of this video for you guys to check out as well. Sin City, I found this at a Half Price Books this past week for $4, which if you checked out that video, you will see as well. And the last one, guys, which it was also my Blu-ray hunting video, is Ready or Not. Went and grabbed that at Best Buy because it had the slipcover and it was only $10. So for a fairly new release, that was a good deal. So that's all I picked up this week, guys. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and end this Physical Media Report, episode 23. So I hope you enjoyed everything that I covered today, everything that I went over. And like I said, if you're interested in picking anything up, if you have anything to say, anything to comment, any questions to ask, just leave them down below for me and I will get back to you as soon as I can. And yeah, I just love opening discussions and talking about physical media with you guys down below. And like I've said many times before, guys, I couldn't be any more thankful for everybody that checks out this show. It's definitely one of my more successful videos on this channel, and I love doing it for you guys. I love talking physical media, running everything down in an organized way for you all. So I definitely appreciate you guys checking out this video. So Like always, guys, subscribe to this channel, like this video, comment down below. Check me out tonight on Levels of Geek Live with my buddy Alex. We're going to be covering the new WandaVision trailer. We're going to be talking about Henry Cavill coming back as Superman, She-Hulk casting, all the latest movie news and stuff. If you want to hear me talk about movie news and react to all the things going on in the world of movies today, check out that show right there. But yeah, with that, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end the episode. Thank you guys for checking me out today, and we'll see you next time.